Xavier wasn't practicing today. What's his status?
He practiced. He just did go up and down. He's got a minor hamstring deal. We just kept him out of the full court stuff. You guys just saw the full court. He did everything in the half court today, so he'll be good to go for tomorrow.
What kind of, you've talked about your previous history with Kentucky, but how much does a game like this in the SEC, knowing like this is kind of the matchups you look for?
Yeah, I mean, this is why you put all the hours you do in the offseason in the gym to play games like this. I mean, they're got some of the best players in the country. You know, we're going to have some of the best players in the country every year. So our guys, pretty confident bunch. They feel like they belong in that conversation with some of the better players in the country. So, you know, no better way to figure that out than on the floor. So we go in there. We got a guard. They're long and athletic. You know, we got a rebound. I think the Mississippi State game, they need a lot of carryover from how well we rebounded against them. But, you know, we've been scoring the ball pretty well. Hopefully our guys have some confidence. That's one of the issues with playing Kentucky all the time is can you actually score on them with their length and athleticism and how hard Cal gets them to play. So, you know, I'm sure they're going to try to take Kyra out. They're going to try to take JP out. And I think we can still get those guys some. And we're going to have to have some other guys step up and play as well, though.
What do you feel like the biggest difference has been for you guys over the last 8 games or so? Just progression-wise?
Yeah, I think guys are just getting more used to the system. Guys are getting more comfortable playing with each other. And then we're getting healthy. I mean, Herb looks, you know, way, way better. I mean, ever since he hyperextended that elbow the first game, he just wasn't the same up until, you know, maybe that week before Christmas, he started kind of getting back to his old self. And I don't even think he's getting the elbow taped anymore. Beetle's getting a lot healthier. Helps having him. So, and then, you know, we're getting better at transition D. There's a bunch of little tweaks. You're trying to get better through the course of the year, but our transition D's gotten better. Our rebounding's gotten better. Our defense, even though the numbers aren't showing it, our defense is getting better. And then obviously we're not turning the ball over. The turnovers were a major problem there for about a month, you know, back November, early December. So the last 8 games, our turnovers are down, and it's obviously helping us play a lot better on both ends, really.
How much patience did that require as a coach to kind of wait until your team was able to kind of play to the style that you wanted to play?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to play that way the whole time. You know, I told them if we have to slow down to take care of the ball, we need to. You can't keep turning it over 22 times a game, but I knew it'd come. I mean, it happens. You know, our first team at Buffalo, they weren't used to playing as fast. And eventually they get used to playing at that speed and, you know, taking care of the ball at that speed as well. And we've been down around 10 turnovers a game, which is pretty good considering how many possessions we get.
You guys have scored 9 5 straight. Is this what you kind of expected this offense to look like?
I don't know if I expected it. It's what I want, though. I mean, we want to get up and down and shoot a lot of threes and space the floor and, you know, put points up. We want teams playing at our pace. So, yeah, it's great that we've scored. I think first time in school history, teams had over 95 straight times from what Aaron told me. So, guys are buying in. It's a lot more fun to play this way. I mean, you know, we 2 years ago at Buffalo, we were the only team in the country that had 4 guys average 15 points or more. There's just more scoring to go around for everybody when you play this way.
You talk about that pace. How big are, especially in defensive transition, like the charges that Beetle or Herb, when they step in there in those kind of moments and take a charge like that?
I mean, it's huge because you get the other team playing at your pace, and then as soon as we step in, take a charge when they're trying to play at our pace, and, you know, the coach is up, you know, yelling, slow, which is fine. We got to get a lot better defensively. I told our team, the way we want to play, we want to be top 10 in the country in pace of play on offense, and we want to be one of the slowest pace of play on defense, meaning it takes teams forever to score on you. So if you can take a charge or 2 in transition, you get the other coach telling his team to slow down, that helps you kind of get there. Right now, teams are scoring on us way too fast. Like, we got to get better on defense. Our offense is coming. Our defense really has to take a big step forward here.
You said this is what you wanted to see offensively. Are there areas that you still want to see improve?
Yeah, I mean, we're still not making the right reads all the time. We like the floor opened, guys driving. When you drive, we're not trying to get our shot blocked. Like, we're, you know, shooting way too many contested ones at the rim. Like, if they collapse, and Kentucky's great at collapsing, we need to be able to spray the ball out and maybe even take more threes. Like, I'll never say we took too many threes. Like, as long as they're good threes, I don't care how many we take. So, if we're not shooting bad contested threes, if they're open kick-out threes, like, fire them up anytime you're open. So I think we got to get better at making some of those reads off the drives and stuff.
I was going to ask, is that particularly something, three-point shooting, is that something that's going to be important in this game, considering you guys do it so well in Kentucky?
Yeah, shoot, the last time we played Kentucky 2 years ago in the NCAA tournament, they again, now I think they're 351st in percentage of points coming from three right now. They were something similar when we played them, and then I think the game before we had them, they beat Davidson. I think they made 1 3, if I remember right, against Davidson. They came out and hit like 6 of 18, or they shot it fairly decent. So it'd be nice if they miss a lot of threes, but I don't think you can plan on that. We do need to make some with the way we play. You can't come in and fire up as many as we do and miss them. So they have shooters though. I mean, they do have some guys. They just got some really good bigs they try to get it to, and Hagan's, their point guard's a heavy driver, but they got Maxey can really shoot the ball well. They've got, they do have guys around the perimeter that can make shots for them.
What's your grade on Petty, just based on how he's played the last 10 or 11 games?
Petty? He's probably shooting the ball as good as anybody in the country over the last 10, 11 games, I would think. I mean, you go back and look at what he shot the first 3 games of the year when he really struggled. If you take those 3 out, he might be shooting the ball better than anybody in the country, but he's one of the best two-way players in the league. I mean, you look at his defensive numbers, like he's really locked into the defensive end. You can put him on the other team's best, kind of 2, 3, or 4, that best wing player off the ball, and he's done a great job shutting them down. I mean, he's a leading rebounder, on the year. Last game, we really challenged him to make sure he boxed out. He got the rebounding foul called against Mississippi State when he was boxing out. I just think he's trying to do all the blue-collar stuff that we're asking our team to do, and he's been really good at it. And then in addition to that, he's been making shots, which obviously helps our offense.
You mentioned
a couple more questions.
You mentioned the blue collar. James was talking about in halftime. Y'all have it on the board, in there. How much is it kind of? You would incite the competitiveness of them trying to compete for that hard hat or whatever to get those kind of points in the game.
Well, I mean, we want to make everything competitive around here, both within the program, and then obviously the most important thing is we compete when we go against somebody else. So the more important thing is what's the team total. We're trying to get 120, and we haven't gotten that here recently. But if you only got 40 up there at the half, we're not playing hard enough. And then if you look at say you got 40 and Herb's got 20 of them, well, some other guys need to get going here. We got to get some deflections, better take a charge, better go get some rebounds. So I think it's good for them to get feedback, and it's really a measurable way to show you how hard you're playing. Now, there's no exact science to say how hard you're playing, but that's, what we've used to figure out if you're giving us max effort or not.
And last question. Last time you went into this Kentucky game, you made some headlines. Any headlines you're looking to make this week?
Listen, they're a really good, experienced group that we're going to have to play really well to beat. So that's my comment on Kentucky this time. I'm sure Big Blue Nation will remember the previous ones. There, we're not at Buffalo anymore.